In What's New to BGA brings you Schotten Totten, a two-player only card game. Older game coming out from 1999. Quite a few ratings at 7.4, pretty high ranked, 425. You see two-player only, and it's a quick game and fairly light, but does have some thinkiness to it. BGA says real time, it'll take about 10 minutes, and this is one of the games I think plays a lot better real time, just because your turns are so quick and there's so many of them. Usually the games where your turns are really simple, one card down, don't play as well turn-based. Now there are some variants here. You can see you can set the number of rounds you're going to play. You can also play the tactic mode, which add the tactic cards, or you can play expert mode, which has the tactic cards and an expert variant. So you're going to be dealt a hand of 6 cards. The rest of the cards are in the clan deck here. There are 6 different suit colors, and they're all numbered 1 through 9. There are basically 9 areas for you to lay down on the board. When you're doing the game, you're trying to get 5 of these different stone tiles. If you're able to get 3 of them adjacent to each other, you win. If not, you're trying to just get 5 of them over to your side. You get them by playing 3 cards down. If your 3 cards are a stronger combination than your opponent's, you will gain it. During your turn, you're going to play 1 card from your hand, and I can play under any stone. And then you draw a card, and then my opponent will do the same. Once you have 3 cards down on your side, if your combination cannot be beat by the cards that are down by your opponent currently, so in this case, I have a run of 3 cards of the same color, my opponent cannot beat that, I can claim this right away. I claim it, and then draw a card like always. Now, I was able to claim that early because I had a run of 3, 4, 5, and because my opponent had a 1 and a 6 of the same color, they're not able to create a run. Therefore, I can claim that early. Normally, once players both have 3 cards on one side of the stone, you will compare, and whoever has the higher strength combination will take the stone. The strongest combination is going to be 3 cards of the same color in a run. It does not have to be played in the same order. It doesn't have to go 3, 4, 5. It can be played in any order, as long as it is a run. You can play 3 of a kind. That's the second strongest combination. Then we have a flush, or 3 of one color. Then we have a straight, a 2, 3, and 4. And then finally, the lowest is the sum. Now, at any time, if I played, let's say, 3 6s, and then my opponent came in and played 3 7s, since their 7s are higher than my 6, they would win. Same thing with a colored straight. If I played a 3, 4, 5, they later came in with a 4, 5, 6, or you could play it in any order, like I said, a 6, 5, 4, they would win because they have the highest number. If we both come in and play all 6s, whoever played the first 3 sets of combination cards would win first. So if my opponent put 3 6s down first, and then I played 3 6s later, he would win because his 3 6s were down first. So you can see here my opponent does have 3 7s, but since I still have the opportunity to beat his 3 7s, he cannot claim the stone tile until I'm no longer able to beat it. Now that I have a run or straight going here, my opponent's 3 of a kind will beat it, and he can now claim this set. And there he claimed the tile. So now he has 1 to my 1 as well. Once an opponent has claimed a row, so here he has claimed this stone, I cannot add a 3rd card to this row because he already claimed it. Same thing goes for my row that I claimed, he can no longer claim. So you are able to start playing down cards, hoping to draw into other cards. So I could play a 9 knowing that I don't see any other 9s on the board, hoping to get 3 9s later in the game. And then, like I said, you keep going until one player has 5 stones, or if one player can get 3 stones adjacent to each other. So if I'm able to get this stone and this stone, I could win that way. I'm going to give this one an 8. I really do enjoy it, and I really enjoy the playing real time. I think this is definitely a better game real time just because the turns are so fast. You can play it turn-based, but I think you'll get a lot more enjoyment out of it quicker, like many of the games on BGA. So if you're able to play real time, I think it goes over really well. I definitely think there's a lot more to this one. At first I was like, well, you just make poker hands, no big deal. But because you only have so many cards in your hand, you do have to kind of put cards out, maybe bluff a little bit. Oh, I have 2 6s, maybe I have the other 6, and my opponent doesn't know any better, but I have no other 6. And there's definitely towards the end where I'm looking at the board going, okay. And then I can count up and notice that all of one color might be played already. So I know my 3 of a kind is going to win no matter what because my opponent cannot get a color or a color run. Sometimes the 5 will be missing, and you know your opponent cannot finish that run that he has lined up. So you know that he's just going to get a sum. So anything higher than the basic 3 random cards will win. I can get a run or 3 of a color or 3 of a kind and win that set. So a lot of fun to it. I'm definitely going to explore the expert variant and the tactic variant a bit more. The tactic variant, I've started a game, but it's basically you're going to get these extra cards, and you can basically either draw a normal card or a tactic card, and then they all have some kind of ability. So a lot of fun, a lot of things to look into. Definitely a good game to check out on BGA. Well, I've been the Digital Board Gamer. As always, good luck and have fun.